All right, welcome back to Everyone Needs an Aquarius. We are back in the building. Dom, how are you doing?
Nigga, I started subbing.
What do you mean, son? Oh, you did. How was
Yes,
it doing?
I
How was that?
started
Hope you ain't
subbing.
like that the stud teacher, the stud substitute. Have you seen the
No,
substitute?
I heard about that, and
You
I'm
know,
not like that. I'm
no,
not like that.
we got to play that now. I got to find the substitute.
Like,
Keep going. Tell us about your
like,
thing.
because Persephone told me about that, and I was like, I have no clue what you're talking about. Y'all are tapped into a completely different universe when it comes to this social media. But I started subbing, so I'm employed at the moment, at least until the 12/19. So I just want to say this: I was already aware of this, but teachers are thoroughly underpaid, especially special education teachers. I am in a classroom where the children have moderate to severe autism. And that is a journey. The class is overloaded. And when I say meaning that the classroom should probably really only have maybe 4 to 5 children in it, no more, and they keep loading this class up. Where at the moment it is 3 aides, TAs, and the teacher. There were supposed to be 2 more aides that did not show up, and so it is just a lot. And they got 2 new kids last week, a new kid yesterday, gonna get a new kid next Wednesday when we go back to class, after being off for Monday and Tuesday. And then after the break, there's going to be another kid coming to this one class.
Damn.
So y'all, I encourage you guys, even if your child does not have special needs, to be hands-on with your kids when they go home. Train the child in the way the child should go. That is from the Bible. Can't tell you what chapter, but I know it's in the Bible. Teach a child and train the child in the way the child should go. Yep. And handle your kids with care, educate them, read to them, play with them, spend time with them. Stop putting tablets in their faces and phones. Read to your kids. It is so, so important. So that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I just hope that you're not doing this right here, Dom. This don't be doing this.
Unlock. I'm a school teacher now. Brothers, let's get the day rolling. Who would have ever thought? Yes, ma'am. Have a good day. Today was really a breeze. My kids ain't had to do too much, man. To be honest, I let them do whatever they want to do. Yes, I'm that type of teacher.
Not the chain.
Took me a little lunch break.
What's 12:55 a.m.?
Yeah, they got it going on at this junk. They stay bound. Okay, then.
Oh, wait.
Damn, shorty. Sheesh. Man, I gotta get up out these school kids trying to take me down, man. Then I look so young. I look like one of them. Appreciate it. You know, my little free time, I had to go out there and give me some little content, little fit check. Really just a chill fit today. Cause y'all know if it was up to me, I would have been rough and head to toe. Y'all know I ain't lying. But they did have a pep rally and came clutch, and that was the typical day.
Now, I want you to stop. Did you hear the part where she thought the ticket? She was like, dang, like she was trying to holler at some of the kids.
It's so much.
They immediately fired her right after that.
Good.
And now she's talking about she didn't mean it like that.
Girl, go work somewhere else.
Yeah, she said she can't get no other job because it's Mississippi. I know, but
you listen. But this is why y'all be doing so much.
They call it a substitute.
She was doing everything, but you know how I knew she wasn't a teacher? That's because of the time.
She didn't change the time on her doggone TikTok thing.
Yeah, I'm like, well, what was you doing at 12:55 a.m.? It should have been dark outside. Girl,
substitute.
That's a mess. That's not me. I'm just out here doing the Lord's work and trying to make the world a better place. Like, it was the way that they were so afraid that I was going to leave, like not come back today. It was like, they're like, we'll see you tomorrow, right? Because I went to lunch yesterday. The teacher done sprained her ankle chasing a kid. Today, one of the other aides, like, they got bit. But when the teacher did tell me, she was like, oh, we have a couple of biters. I was like, okay, cool. Note to self, long sleeves. Listen, this one kid tried to bite me today. I said, I gotta be quicker than that. So, but it's definitely eye-opening. It teaches you a lot of patience. What it is interesting, everybody in this class at the moment are boys. All boys. So, but yeah, I mean, you wonder if it's something that, like, you know, like, I know it's like a genetic mutation that happens, but like wanting to understand it more, like, how can you help children more? Like, they have to grow up, they have to go out into this world, you know, it's just really sad. And just like, and it's not, and I'm not gonna say sad, it teaches you, it makes you want to ask a lot of questions, but also it just teaches you a new level of patience. Because it's not like it's paying the rock and say, take your ass in your room or whatever. Right. Or it's like, you know, what makes this child tick? What makes them, you know, like, sets them off. So it definitely requires a lot of patience.
Yeah, no, that's, look, you know, you are doing yeoman's work. You doing it. My salute to you and all those teachers and people that want to do that. You know, I know one of my homeboys he was sacking and subbing, as they call it. He was selling weed up there, not to the students, but to other teachers, and also subbing.
Oh, okay. I was like, what?
Yeah. No, not to the other teachers. Like, so he would like, they would know that he was subbing. So like, people would, like, he went through all the whole district, so they would know if he showed up, he had some stuff in the trunk. So he caught it sacking and subbing.
That is hilarious. That's hilarious. But shout out to you teachers.
Yeah, shout out to the teachers, man. All right, let's get back into it. 4 more episodes of Reasonable Doubt have completed. It's 10 episodes total, right?
Yep. Wait, it might be 9, because the last one I think is this week.
Oh, well, we'll come back for a finale. Since we have come into the last few episodes, a lot has went on. What is your thoughts so far, Don?
I would say, as far as writing and whodunit structure, this is the better season. They are in their bag, because you think it could be this person. You think it could be that person. Like, we're thinking maybe it could be the agent. Maybe it could be the sister. Wait a second. Now the parents are involved. So like, it's kind of a like the Spider-Man photos, like, who everybody pointing at each other. We don't know if Ozzy did it. You know, if Ozzy's covering for somebody, because he's already has covered, you know, so much for his agent. And still not fully being honest about what happened that night. Like, they still have not said that, hey, that night I did attempt to hook up with my agent. She was at my house. Like, that still has not come out. Now we're learning about the father's infidelities and
the fake sex tape.
The fake sex tape that the mom had doctored.
Now I got a crazy theory. Crazy.
Okay, so you have it, but I'm just saying, I'm just saying, as far as who done it, this is the best season. Now,
do you remember back in the case, the police said she was knocked out before she was shot, right?
Yes, yes.
I think Ozzy did knock her out. He doesn't remember what happened with that, and someone else came behind him and actually killed her.
So the issue.
Because at the end of
so here would be the question.
He said maybe I did do it. So I'm thinking he's going to think that he did knock her out and do something to her, or got into a fight with her, knocked her out. Somebody else came up behind him,
or pushed her,
or something, and knocked her out. And he, you know, in a panic leaves or whatever. And someone else comes. They said that she was killed by the bullet after the fact.
Right. My question is, okay, you remember they said that the camera shows him not leaving that house.
Yeah.
So that would be that's the only thing. It's like, okay, if he didn't do it.
I'm saying he think he did it.
Yeah.
Knocked her out at the crib or something happened at the crib. Someone took her.
Left. You see her leaving.
That's true. That's right.
That's true. Because remember, the neighbor even said that they would argue all the time.
Yeah.
So they saw that they can corroborate that she did leave. They did argue. They tussled though. Like you see them like pushing, but I don't know. Like it's one of the, that's a good theory because I'm trying to think, okay, how else would he get out this house where nobody would know? And my thing is, what else has happened where the sister is so gung-ho about protecting? I mean, it's her family. You have the right to protect your family, but getting the guy that was trying to extort them pretty much had him hit by a car.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know, what did the agent burn? Because it almost makes you think that she did something. How they cut it, it seemed like the agent did something to the guy that was trying to extort them, but those two are not connected, or maybe the sister and her work together.
Yeah.
But what did the agent burn, and why did she say just trying to protect you?
My other theory was that it was a family affair that everybody was involved in it. Because it felt like everybody had some, except for the dad. I could see the dad not having maybe something to do with it initially, but I could see the agent being involved. I see his sister being involved. I see Ozzy even knowing or halfway knowing or getting so high that he forgot what happened. And
or even the mom, and then now the mom could have
paid somebody,
or pay her or whatever, and now it's trying to say, I'm going to insert this other motive because now I got to cover my ass. So I don't know.
It's gonna be interesting to see, because if you look at this season, and sidebar with that, what do you think that Jax's dad's sister needs the money for? What is this whole money thing about? You think what is that? What do you think that's all about?
Either they want us to think, I really believe they want us to think that he owes some drug dealer or some loan shark. But I feel like it's going to be something really, really stupid. Like, I feel like it's not going to be that deep.
So no, it's 10 episodes this season, so we got 2 more.
Oh, it is. So it's 2 more. Okay.
Yep. But so you think it's going to be?
I'm so sick of Ozzy.
But it was interesting with the Ozzy thing. It really gives me off the vibes of like a maybe more attractive, more bigger Gary Coleman, because that's basically what all Gary Coleman went through.
Oh, okay.
Different strokes.
But ultimately,
because he was that child actor star that was real big.
I don't think he was accused of murder. He ends up getting murdered.
No. I'm talking about they just made it. Yeah. But I'm talking about like what Ozzy went through. Like, I believe Gary Coleman is the first child actor to be able to emancipate himself from his parents.
Oh, okay.
Because his parents was taking his money. So I believe if I believe correct, he's the first child actor that was legally able to say, I do not have my parents with me at like 15, 16. Like, they don't have nothing to do with me at all. So that's what it's a mixture with that. Seems like a little bit of Todd Bridges from Different Strokes, how he just was drugged out all the time. Even a little bit of Orlando Brown.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Little bit of Raven Simone even. I'm trying to think of other black child actors that kind of went through it. I'm forgetting some. Let me see. I mean, even Naya Rivera, Emmanuel.
I don't know what her thing was with her parents.
That was the one that drowned.
Yeah, but she didn't really like. I'm thinking of
she was going through some stuff.
Yeah, but
Emmanuel Lewis, even though he didn't go through much, but he had to like totally separate himself, period, from television, period. He just went straight to go to college and didn't do nothing else.
Yeah.
Even Brandy, not saying that she went through anything like that, but like the whole idea of like this family protecting her. Like think about Brandy's mom made it look like she got married and the cover.
I get what
like that family's doing that same stuff for Ozzy, like protect his image. He's got to be perfect all the time.
Yeah,
you know.
No, you're right.
And then it's the extra layer of it. I do like that it's a black child star because that's a different layer of responsibility and visibility and pressure that people put on their children because, oh, you the black child star. You can't be doing this and this. You can't be doing. You got you a white girl. You know you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
That's real. I don't know. Like, I'm just kind of thrown. I'm kind of thrown for a loop because, like, well, I was like, okay, low key, I kind of felt like Ozzy was guilty the whole time. But then when they said that they don't see him leaving, I was like, okay, is there a pause in the camera? Is the video altered?
Is it coming? Is there another video somewhere else that can you go through the back, the side?
Right. That's what I was like. Does he go through the back? Like goes around? Like I've been with you. Like I feel like, and then for the mom to be like, hey, I don't know if my son is telling the truth. I think that this might be something else. And then I was like, okay, now we back to that. But then I was like, oh shit, the mom may be covering her tracks. I don't know. What if the mama did it? But here's the thing. Even if Ozzy is guilty, her job is to get him off. I don't know, man. We're going to see on this next 2 episodes.
Hold on. So the girl playing her sister is Lori Harvey?
Yeah.
I ain't sure. I thought you know who I thought that was? I thought that was old girl from Everybody Hates Chris that played his girlfriend on there.
I can see how you got that because she does look like her.
I was like, oh shit, she getting some more roles. Like, okay, that's who I thought it was.
No, it's Lori Harvey.
Okay. Because I'm just looking through the cast here real quick. But that's some sick shit that his mom did to alter that. And but my question is though, Don, at some point, they have to authenticate that video that it was real. Like at some point, someone will be like, no, this is AI. This is not the real person.
Remember they couldn't.
I know it's put at the last minute, but I'm just saying when you give it up,
it was last minute, and I don't know how.
Because I would think that with that,
I would think that
you have to wait to submit this because we need to put this through authentication and make sure that this is an actual factual video, especially in this world of AI and shit. Obviously,
but remember they didn't. Did they show it in court?
They submitted it to the court, but not, it's
they
like
submitted it, but I don't think it was.
I think the jury's going to see it just like they did with Diddy, probably, or with where they got to see the freak offs.
They was just able to just say enter in another. That's like alternative theory. I don't know. That one was weird. That is weird. I don't know. I'm enjoying this season though.
What do you think about Tommy and Jax's homegirl messing around?
I think it's okay. First of all, I think is that Shelly?
Mm-hmm.
Sheila?
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy that she's not messing with her husband no more because he was like manipulating her, but also unnecessary storyline that we don't need.
What if DOC never got into that car accident? What if Ice Cube didn't leave NWA? What if the Game never leaves G-Unit? What if Teddy Riley never moves to Virginia? What if we got that J. Cole and Kendrick album? What if the RZA would have never had that flood? How would the hip-hop world sound today? Welcome to Hip Hop What Is, the podcast where we dive into the biggest what could have beens in hip-hop history. From iconic album delays to game-changing partnerships that never happened, we reimagine the culture we love and explore its alternative paths. And you are now at Hip Hop What Ifs.
Yes. It's just a little bit too much time with that.
Yeah, it is a little too much. Like, okay, we saw it. Y'all getting divorced. You getting divorced, and then
We
now
I messed around one time. You could ask him about the court case stuff. That's it.
Yeah, and then for him to like look that up, that was nice of him to do that and be like, "Hey, man, he's trying to
take the kids to South Carolina.
Take the kids out of state." And I just was like, okay, again, unnecessary. This is just too much. Because like that's from last season. I get y'all trying to like weave stuff together, but also, oh, hold on, Pax. Pause it. She's trying to go.
So I'm looking at it. Is it? That's a lot of filler with that extra. That's the only thing that I do dislike is that whole relationship being added in here.
And it's like, why do we need that? Like, and I get it, like you're introducing this new character, but it's also like y'all trying to do character development with him, but y'all doing it in such a strange way. Where it's like, okay, if we're gonna talk about Tommy, okay, look, well, we're gonna talk about Tommy and his wife, or more so him having more interaction with the other partners that keep promising him this job, this higher paying job, better position, and blah 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 blah. So I think that's the part where it's like they got to figure that out when it comes to these side characters, because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It's too much. And it's like, this is filler. Like, this is fluff that we don't need. We could be getting more detail into, like you said, what is this money for? And now y'all gonna have to wrap this up in like 2 episodes. And now y'all gonna leave us with a cliffhanger about Jack's not talking to her daddy. Blah, 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 blah.
That's gonna happen. What's gonna happen is,
and the way that these studios been acting lately, like it makes you nervous, because though we want you to get another season, they don't give a fuck how many people tuning in. They cutting diversity left and right.
And we'll be talking about that in a minute. So overall, your original thought is, anybody, you ain't got no theory at this point as we finish up. You ain't got no theory.
I right when you think it's somebody, because like I was thinking low key would be the dude. I said, oh, I'm kind of looking at the dude that's blackmailing him, because I could see him doing that, whatever, blah 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 blah, and trying to say it's Ozzy. But now I'm just kind of like, is it the sister? Because you manipulating Daniel.
It still could be the dude that got killed, the homeboy. But then they had him do it. But then that's what it was like, ain't nothing gonna happen. But one of them paid him to do it.
And then, like Daniel writing notes, leaving your notebook out. Like, why would you take that into that house? Like, you should be jotting stuff down on your phone.
Yeah, and you already know that.
Just not smart, man.
I think I'm not saying something's gonna happen to him, but she's gonna catch him and she gonna be have him tied up in a chair on some.
Yeah, she'll have him up.
Yeah, I did that.
Or she's just gonna start, or she gonna kind of start like ghosting him. Where how like they supposed to be interacting, they not like any. I don't know. It's just like I don't know, man. When that episode drop. Is it tomorrow?
Thursday.
Okay.
Thursday. So, all right. Yeah. So that is our review of last 2 episodes. We'll be back for the finale.
Maybe we could do a brief on Friday.
Yeah. Because I don't know what's going on with that. I'm not even gonna lie.
I don't know. Hopefully we'll have more insight. But at this point, I'm like, shit. Like it could be anybody.
Since we were talking about Zex letting people off, CBS has let go of their Black and Diversity division, and one of David Ellison, one of the staff members, had this to say. We can talk about it.
I got laid off from my job at CBS, and every producer on my team who got laid off is a person of color. Every person who gets to stay and will be relocated within the company is a white person. Now, in my meeting with the executive who told me I was getting laid off, I specifically asked him if it was a consideration for us to be relocated somewhere else within the company, and he said that we advocated to keep the show. We advocated to try to get you relocated somewhere, and we couldn't. Because I asked him, why are you the person who is making this decision or delivering the news that we're being laid off? And he said, oh, it could have been anyone. Only to later find out, because it wasn't until I went downstairs thinking that me and all of my colleagues had been laid off that I found out that it was only the people of color. So I went one by one to my white colleagues. Are you getting laid off? No. 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 So I went back up to his office. You said that you couldn't get us relocated, only to find out that you were able to get some people relocated, and they all happen to be white. Am I supposed to believe that that's a coincidence? And he said, yes. I'm supposed to believe that's a coincidence. I said, do you believe that's a coincidence? He said, I do, because I chose to keep the people who I had worked with before.
This was always the plan. The fact that they wanted to get rid of DEI was not getting rid of unqualified people of color. It was about silencing our voices. There was massive layoffs yesterday at CBS, which some people are calling a bloodbath. And one of the units that was slashed was the race and culture. The race and culture unit was tasked with overseeing news stories about race, culture, and injustices, ensuring they have the proper context and tone. The CEO of Paramount, David Ellis, will say that he's doing all this because he's trying to root out ideological biases at CBS. But from what we're seeing, he only wants a certain voice at CBS. Voices that will not challenge the status quo, and really any voices that just doesn't align with their white viewpoint. As people of color, we've always thought that the media was way too biased against our communities, using black and brown bodies way too much to try and scare people every night on the news. And there were few changes being made to try and let voices from those communities come in and again give context to stories. But all that is being thrown out the window. I think it's time black and brown people build up stronger newspapers, stronger media companies.
All right. Now I'm going to put some more complexion into this about David Ellison. Now, this is not a coincidence. Just literally, when I mean just a week before this happens, a white executive put in a lawsuit against David Ellison and Paramount, claiming that he was let go because of young minority hires. He just put in that lawsuit right before, and then it's interesting that now these people get laid off a week later.
Yep. You know, to the guy that did the stitch at the end, we do have to work together better and build stronger communities.
Joseph Jerome is the person that's filed the lawsuit. He filed on October 31st.
What was his name? You said Joseph Jerome?
Joseph Jerome.
Man, Jerome, even as the last name, still sounds very black.
Yeah, I know.
But, you know, building community amongst the other people, the other minorities, because there's also still, because of white supremacy, there's that divide of where we also don't get along. And I've learned a lot about that living out here in LA with black and brown people, you know, in this last 15 years. Like, people talk about the riots and everything that happened post Rodney King and just how divisive it was, what was really happening out here, and that disconnect. And I remember even at my last job walking in and at headquarters and being one of two black people that worked there and feeling and pretty much coming in and then a few months later getting promoted right away. You know, where that division lies, and you can feel that. Like, you can see how people look at you, how they talk to you, and so I think it is time to do. We have to do something, because we cannot allow the system to win. And I think what's frustrating about that is it's just we're seeing it happen across the board at so many places. It just happened today. Vogue just merged, fused Teen Vogue, which has been like a platform for minorities, trans people, and everything for the last like 20 something years, like 22 years maybe. And now they've just kind of just fused it into regular Vogue. Whereas Teen Vogue used to kind of hit on some of those heavy hitting issues, and they eliminated all these jobs. Condé Nast has been shrinking departments, eliminating departments by the dozen pretty much all year since Trump was inaugurated. So, and there's a lot of people every day going to work having anxiety. I have a girlfriend that's one of those people that, I don't know if I'm having my job tomorrow, or when I leave work today. So it is really, really frustrating, especially because we know that Black bodies being in this space, like these spaces, not only we do like ground-breaking numbers, but it also brings in advertising dollars that y'all so direly need. So, we're about to see something that's kind of unprecedented. Like, at least for the most part, we can count across like certain networks how many shows there are that are Black people and people of color, and that's becoming more and more dense as we see. Like, even I'd be interested to see what's gonna happen over at Netflix.
Yeah, the brother that was talking
diverse place.
Yeah, so this is right. No, that brother I was talking with, his name is Trey Sherman. So I want to make sure he got his props.
Yes. So it's really unfortunate. It's scary. And I hope everybody takes a moment to get offline and to like find hobbies and connect with people different ways. And if you had a journal, and if you are online, maybe you have a Substack, getting your thoughts out there. But it's just, you definitely have to. We're entering in this authoritarian like government, and you got to find an outlet. And y'all make fun of Tubi. Y'all better get your ass on. Y'all better start putting y'all stuff on Tubi.
Them cats out of Detroit doing major things off of Tubi now.
Yeah.
And y'all laugh at you. And then, you got to think Damascus is on there now. It's a lot of different stuff that's on there now. So
yeah,
y'all could chill with that. Don't be hating on Tubi like that.
Damascus is so good.
All right, next up, Kevin Durant was on Bobby Altoff, and this is what he had to say.
Times I've been depressed before, like once.
Why?
Just like I was insecure about how I looked. It was crazy.
You got depressed over that?
Yeah.
I feel insecure about how I look every day, so
I just didn't. I don't know. It just hit me all at one time.
When was this?
This is like 6 years ago.
You got depressed because of how you looked?
Yeah.
What did you do to get out of that?
I just snapped out of it because this was stupid to even care.
What's wrong with how you look?
Nothing. That's how I got out of it.
That's good that you got. What did you think was wrong with how you looked?
I don't know, man. I was just too tall. Maybe I was too skinny. Maybe I just.
You are very tall, but I don't think that's a problem. I feel
I feel like I stood out for no reason.
For no reason.
Yeah, sometimes. But now I learn to accept it.
All right, Dom.
So I said, y'all got to get hobbies and get off the internet, because you letting too much outside noise. And here's the thing, it's like, y'all know that nigga live on Twitter, so he's gonna like always like he feeds it, and y'all and feeds into it. But after a while, like I could see how that could really kind of start to mess with your psyche. But I don't know about him. I like standing out for no reason. Like, especially if I got my blonde hair. She's just loud and in this, but your point, I'm here and I'm supposed to take up space like that. And I think that, like, I know everybody didn't have the same conversations like that their mom had with them or whatever. Like, I know that's a privilege of mine. Thanks, mommy. But just being it taught me the foundation of my confidence. Like my mom telling me she loved me, different lessons, different tips and whatnot. It allows you to drown out that noise. So like, I know this sounds crazy and this is gonna sound crazy arrogant. I hate that I have to reference like Kanye West, but like it was. I feel like it was a line where it was like, "Your girl don't like me. How long has she been gay?" Like,
yeah, that's real.
like that. I feel like that because I like me. I like the way that I look. You know, I don't like that I procrastinate or I overthink and be in my head. If those were the only thing that I can change about myself, those were the two things. And then I would have an 8-pack. Always had a keg. Be working on it. Listen, I love sweets and I wish I didn't have a sweet tooth. That's it. Everything else is cool. I like how I look. Y'all talk about my fingers, but I've always been like the too tall girl. Like if it's a certain group of people, Stacey Dash made me look fat in a picture. Let me tell you that.
Is she that skinny? Is she that small?
She's that petite and like small. She's short. Hollywood is short. So when you come across like athletes,
she's only 5'4". It's claims she's only 5'4".
Yeah, she's short. Hollywood is,
but 5'4". The average girl's height is 5'3".
No, who said that?
What are you talking? You want to make a bet? The average woman height, I believe, is 5'3".
That's really tiny. It's like I used to be
5'3" is the average woman height in the U.S. is 5'3".
Oh, that went down a lot. And this is because you athletes like Kevin Durant are having kids with girls like Stacey Dash, which I should be having kids with me. So our kids can go to the league, okay? Because that used to be 5'6".
No, it never was 5'6".
No.
It has never been 5'6".
And when you really think about it, 5'6".
It's never been 5'6". It's always been 5'3".
No.
Okay, we can go through the history of okay.
Because when you really think about it, 5'6" is not that tall. And I'm 5'9", and I don't feel like I'm that tall.
You are tall for a girl.
I'm not tall for a girl. I feel like
yes,
I'm
you
regular.
are.
I'm not. Because even with fit models on the websites and stuff, those girls are not tall. They're like 5'7". Because I get pissed off when I read the end scene of what she has, and I'm like, okay, but where's the talls? Yeah.
So the average woman, even 100 years, in the U.S. is the fourth tallest country 100 years ago at 5'3" and they're 3.5. Now they're up to close to 5.54 now. But it still has always been 5'3", 5'4", and the average height for a man is between 5'7" and 5'10".
I'm telling you, somebody's messed with those numbers because even for a man, for the man, actually 5'8" and 5'10", that sounds right because there are a lot of 5'10" men out here.
Yeah,
and I feel like 5'10" and lower, and they're more so 5'5".
And the countries with the tallest women are Latvia, Netherlands, Estonia, Czech Republic, Serbia.
So, yeah.
Yeah, no,
that's why, but that's unfortunate. But I'm glad he, realized that these niggas are stripping. Words of the great Russell Westbrook. Listen, you can't let outside noise define who you are and what you look like, how valuable you are as a person, your worthiness. Fuck these people, KD. Fuck them.
All right, next up, we got your boy Mario. It is your boy. That is your boy.
Okay,
that is literally your boy.
Okay.
I'm not saying it, and I'm not saying it.
I'm just being okay.
Yeah, no. And people probably like, no, I'm not being condescending. Like, you cool with Mario. That's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to
yeah.
I'm not hating on Mario and saying it's not.
No, I'm not either. I just was like, okay. Way to word it.
All right, he went on not Club Shay shit. Cam
might
Newton
as well been.
On Cam Newton show, Freaky Fridays or whatever it is. Here's some clips from it. There's a lot going on in this episode.
We're not playing this whole clip.
No, but I'm just saying it's a lot going on in this episode.
Do you have anything against black women?
No, sir. Amen. No, sir, I don't. Never have.
What is your relationship like with black women?
That's a great question. The ones that matter to me, my grandmother, my mother, my family members, my aunts, a few of the black women that I have dated in the past. my relationship with them were all different. I can't compare one to the other. I can say that my grandmother was my hero. She was the contrast in my life when it came to understanding the importance of a black woman, the strength of a black woman, the soul of a black woman, the relationship that a black woman could have with God that was unwavering. Though she was used so much for her strength, abused for her strength, she never wavered in her character. So when I think of a black woman, her face is the first one that pops up. And it feels safe. My mother, that's a very, very hard question for me to answer, because part of me feels like I was blessed to be born from her womb, because she was talented and had so much passion and fire, and she was unstoppable in her pursuit of her will of intention, whatever that was, good or bad, up or down. You want couples that are doing incredible businesses together, thriving.
With a white man versus a...
And this is only to the ones that go real hard at me. If it's that serious, if you feel like it's a disrespect to black women, why you support the music that disrespect black women? Why, if I go to those people's pages, I don't see any efforts to give to any black women organizations, or like, I'm just saying, if you're going that hard, then there must be something behind that that's like, this is what I represent and I'm going all the way with it. Mm-hmm. But if the statement is, I wonder why, let me go, has he ever did that? And then I wonder why, as to why those comparisons are off, then we have to look at the whole thing. And I'm saying that if we do look at the whole thing, maybe that'll lead us in a better place. Yeah. We live in a very delusional place. America is a very...
All right, Dom.
Okay. And this is why people need publicists to prep them for situations like this, because that's been the talk for the last several weeks online surrounding Mario or whatever, and some of his behaviors have been a little questionable. I know that, the whole thing about him, cussing out that cameraman. So
what did he do? Hold on, what did he do?
Oh, it was like at some festival, this camera guy was on the stage and was just like, I get it. Like on the stage in his space, he was not aware that this person was going to be on the stage, and was like, you messing up the ebb and flow, like get the fuck off the stage, like I'm performing. So it's like this whole thing. So he eventually apologized, whatever. Okay, so he's been in the news recently. Mm-hmm. There was one day that he randomly did post live, protect black women at all costs, blah 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 blah. I love black women, blah 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 blah. Well, okay. When you say, it comes across weird when you say the black women that I know, because it speaks to a conversation that I had like with one of my homeboys, where I was like, okay, protecting black women has to extend, and love for black women has to extend your core group of people, the people that you know. It has to, because it can only exist that way. It's just not, it's only the people I fuck with. I don't give a fuck about nobody else. That's not how that works. So, which is why there's such a interesting conversation surrounding this, and black women feeling this way, black men feeling that way. And I will say this, I have never heard him publicly really speak negatively about black women. I will say I've never seen him, because that's our biggest thing. It's like, hey, do your thorough thizzle, but not at the expense of black women. Like, you can like who you like, but don't say, oh, this is why you're doing XYZ. Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's lead with that. Mm-hmm. So I want him to understand, because he's like, I'm confused. And this full 6-minute clip or whatever, that 6 minute,
it's like 15. I kept fast forwarding through stuff.
Oh no, I thought that clip was maybe 6-7 minutes.
It's like 15 minutes.
Whatever. I haven't seen that full the clip, because they clipped it up. Mm-hmm. I will say this was interesting. Sometimes when we come across celebrities and having certain dialogues and conversations with them, you can see that child that's in them. So like Mario was 14, 15 when he became famous. And some of his responses to Cam Newton make sense, because I'm like, oh, this sounds like this. There's this teenager talking. It's like, Educate me, teach me. I want to know.
The I Only Listen to 90s Music podcast is a show for 80s babies who were 90s kids. If you were a No Limit soldier, then this is your show. If you believe that Cash Money is not an army but was a Navy, this is the show for you. If you and your friends ever tried to sing a song written by Escape, In Vogue, Shy, or Boyz II Men at a talent show during middle school, this is your show. The I Only Listen to 90s Music podcast is a bunch of 80s babies talking about all the songs and things that we loved when we were kids and teenagers. So if you went to the skating rink and you were at a lock-in, this is the show for you. If you think that Tevin Campbell was the original Prince of R&B, this is the show for you. If you don't understand the conflict between Monica and Brandy, but you're kind of on Monica's side and understand why Brandy got punched, this is the show for you. Make sure that you tune in, subscribe, click the little subscribe link. We're here. We're going to talk about all things 90s music. This is the show for you.
Oh, but it's like, you could go and talk to your therapist about this. Like, we could have this, like this discourse that we're having doesn't have to be online. Or what you could say is like, because how swiftly he answered, and it was like kind of like, yes, I love Black women. It was like there was this behind it. Like it was like tense to, like, not that he was tense, but it was just like so aggressive. And it's like, I'm saying this to say this, let's move on. And now you're digging now Cam Newton, which surprisingly like kind of digs like a little more. I was like, okay, Cam Newton, who's been training you. But like, let's dive deeper. Okay, you're saying that this person, you think of your grandmother. Okay, you talk about the things that your grandmother has been through. So you talk about, we get people sometimes that don't see the resilience, they see resentment, and you're seeing the resilience and the resentment right here in this conversation because people have, our parents have their own trauma. And yes, we are and he's had a roller coaster of a relationship with his mother. I know at one point she called the cops on him, he was arrested. And that came out, like she dropped the charges, and that was because she had stolen money. So we know, like, she's been on drugs on and off his entire life, and ultimately an overdose would take her out. But so that is touchy, but also sometimes people don't realize how they mask their pain. So which is how you get the conversation of, does Mario like Black women? Does he date Black women? Because you could look at a person and unconsciously think something and not even realize it. So you go the other way.
Good point.
So I think that's what's happening. And part of this kind of feels a little performative because you know that the majority of your fan base are Black women.
You better straighten it out.
Yeah, because we support your music, you know, and people it don't ever be that deep for me to be commenting on people. That's always which me why people don't turn the comments off or have their comments set a certain way. Because like, even like, I ain't even like, to circle back to the Kevin Durant, you can't comment on this shit unless that nigga follow you. Like you can't leave a post, you know what I mean? So it's like, so it's always interesting to me where you can pretty much tailor your social media a certain way where you know, if you went probably search your name, but this person not atting you saying no bullshit.
Yeah, and you just block them.
Yeah, you could block them, but also like on Twitter, you can have it set where certain people respond like to your posts. Instagram is the same thing.
Limited or whatever, right? Or they have
to, Instagram, you can set your preferences even as far as messaging. Or who can message you or whatever, you know, and it'll go in a certain folder and you might be able to go and see it. It's like a whole thing where if you want to manipulate social media to be positive for you, you can't have that experience. So I feel like that's what this conversation is also surrounding. But hey, like I said, I got a homeboy where it is literally like the same thing. And unconsciously, he does not realize that. And so, and I like try to explain it, you know, like to him, but people don't get it. Like,
and honestly,
people never think it's that deep, but it really be that deep.
It do be that deep, but I'm getting older at this point, Dom. I don't give a fuck. And
a lot
honestly,
of stuff
if that's what you want to do, man, that's cool with you. I rock with the people that's rocking with us. And,
right.
And I'm not saying you're not rocking with us, Mario. I'm just saying whoever it may be, if they got issues with black women and they don't want to mess with, you got issues with black men and you don't want, cool. Less of y'all me to be concerned about.
And I'll say this. I say it all the time. Pay the lady and lay on the couch and let's solve those mysteries. Because
ladies get on the couch. I like that.
Yeah,
like
because a lot you got mommy issues. You probably got daddy issues. So you need to figure that out. Because all you're gonna do is project that onto your kid.
Yeah,
you want your kid to hate you. Not saying that they would, but I'm just hypothetically that could happen. I don't want that to happen for anybody, but y'all know what I'm saying.
Yeah. So. All right. Next up, you're not in the boxing like that, but Gervonta Davis.
You named them names, and I didn't know what. Who?
Gervonta Davis and Gervonta Tank Davis and Jake Paul were supposed to fight next weekend on Netflix, live on Netflix. You was probably gonna watch it somewhere random. You just be there kicking it, and you weren't gonna even know what was going on. It was gonna be a big deal. So supposedly Gervonta Davis has had, he's been putting his hands on women for a while. Allegedly, he put his hands on his baby mama at a celebrity basketball game. I don't know if you've seen that tape. They've seen that. You never seen that where he walk up on her and grab her by the neck, grab his girl by the neck hold on. I mean, I'm just going to send it because I don't want to send it.
Yeah, I was like, don't play that, but
yeah. I'm just gonna send it to you if you can see it, if you could because he just, and it's like it was on, it was on some, and then he's got arrested for stuff too, what I'm saying, like for other stuff, whatnot with his lady and stuff. So he's with a new lady. Hold on, I'm gonna put this in the chat here if you can see this real quick. I want you to see this as I'm explaining to everybody else. There you go, Don.
Okay.
So he is allegedly messing with another young lady that works at a adult establishment named Tootsie's in Miami.
Not Tootsie's in Miami.
Yeah, he's been there about 4 or 5 months messing with her. She dropped a civil lawsuit on him a week ago, alleging that he was abusing her, putting his hands on her, etc., etc. You see that now? And that was on video. So we don't even know what this woman endured. That's his baby, his former girlfriend, baby mother, or maybe still dealing with her. I don't know. Yeah, that's a celebrity.
Is this the boy? No, that's not him.
What are you thinking about?
I was like, is this the boy that got a baby by Emily B. daughter? But that's not him. That's G Herbo. Too many G's.
This Gervonta, he's a boxer. Like he's a small dude though too. But he, this lawsuit drops, and then Jake Paul and them all of a sudden come out and say, "Hey, we're not gonna do the fight because he's so horrible of a person. The way he puts his hands on women, we don't want to deal with him in this for this fight." I like the way y'all trying to do this, Jake Paul and Camp and MVP. Y'all been doing a great job with promotion especially for the undercard fights, things along that. But y'all wanted to get up out of this deal because the tickets weren't selling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and Tank wasn't doing well helping promote the fight. They're saying a lot of different things along those accords was kind of happening behind the scenes. So this is a way for them to get up out of it, because we know if it was sold out, because I think it was going to be Miami. It was sold out, everybody buying tickets up. They wouldn't have, man. Because you already got video of Tank putting his hands on women. So don't use that as your excuse, because there's video out there of it. He already had a lawsuit from his ex, and when trying to press charges against him previously after that with another incident. There is a laundry line of incidents with Tank Davis. So don't use that saying that was the reason you canceled this fight. Don't do that. Just say the ticket sales wasn't working. We wasn't gonna make as much bread because Tank was supposed to get like 40 million. And then they claiming he gonna still fight this year. Maybe he is. I mean, that Jake Paul's gonna fight this year, but y'all try to get up on it because nobody want to see a 5'4" dude fight somebody 6'3". Nobody wanted to see that.
Nobody want to see that. That sounds weird.
It was weird in the first place to do that.
So wait, okay. So since we spoke about height earlier, what is the average height for boxers? Because I don't know.
That's all over the place because it depends on your weight class.
Okay, but so they're supposed to be in the same weight class?
No, that's the whole point. He's like 145, 141. Jake Paul's sitting there like 205, 210.
Okay. What?
It was an exhibition fight. It wasn't going to be on nobody's real record.
Okay.
So it was a money grab. It's a money grab, Dom. It was a money grab. This how Jake Paul fought Mike Tyson. Same thing.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Mike Tyson showed his booty cheeks.
Yes, he did.
Like, kiss my ass, America.
Yes. But I'm just saying, don't cut the cap, as the young kids say. Y'all use this excuse to get up out of this fight and not have to pay and have to look embarrassing because them ticket sales weren't there to people to come out to see this because it was a travesty. Nobody was trying to see 5'4", 5'5" Gervonta Davis at 140 fight nobody 200 pounds. Nobody was trying to see that.
I mean, the 200 pounds, okay, but like it's the height thing.
No. I mean, he's a stocky dude, but he's 5'4".
But that's what I'm saying. It's the height thing. So, because that's like this.
Yeah, you see how small he is in that video?
Connect to his face, like that's a lot of oomph that you gotta take. That make you tired, right? Because like even if you miss, like I know they say like when you miss, that takes a lot out of you. It's like worse than like.
Well, no. I think Gervonta could have still beat him just because he's a better boxer overall. In general, I think but it just nobody wanted to see that. Like, he's 5'5". I'm sorry, Gervonta, you're 5'4", 5'5".
Okay, you gave him the extra inch.
Yeah, I want to give him his credit where his credit's due. And he is what is his weight? What does he walk around at? Because it's gonna be something. It's gonna be something crazy. 135 to 136 pounds. He walk around at. Maybe 140. He probably walks around there for a fight, but he probably gets up to about 140, 145 at the max. He can maybe get up to 160, but that's gonna be a lot for somebody 5'4" carrying 160 on them.
Okay.
And Jake Paul, height and weight, he is around 227, 6'1", 227.
Okay. That's still.
Yeah. I mean, it's just
like a little closer smidge.
Yeah, and it just wasn't a good promotion. It was just nobody wanted to see it, man.
I'm like, who are these people?
Yeah, people didn't want to play for it.
And with that name like that, I thought he was rapping.
No, Tank. I believe Tank's from Baltimore too.
Baltimore.
Yeah, I think he's from Baltimore. I
ain't heard that T in Baltimore in a long time.
Yeah, Baltimore.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we got the Brick Lady. Y'all remember that? We discussed her, didn't we?
We definitely discussed the Brick Lady and her being assaulted. One night out with allegedly some of her friends. She rejected a guy, and the guy ended up coming back and throwing a brick on her face, and she had to GoFundMe. And come to find out, it was all a lie. In the words of Carly Red, it was all a lie. It was all a lie. And so she was recently sentenced, correct?
Mm-hmm. She was sentenced. Yes. A jury in Harris County found 35-year-old. Her name is Roda Osman guilty of theft for raising more than $42,000 on GoFundMe after she claimed a man had thrown a brick at her head outside a West Houston bar when she refused to give him her phone number. The viral story, which made her known online as the Brick Lady, turned into a criminal case after investigators found inconsistencies in her account. During the trial, prosecutors presented bank records showing that all the donated money had been spent on personal travel to Jamaica and New York, dining, spas, and ride shares. Surveillance video from the incident did not match any of her version of events, showing she slapped the man in the face before he struck her back while holding what happened to be a plastic water bottle, not a brick. After deliberating for about 2.5 hours, a jury returned a guilty verdict. The judge sentenced Osman to 10 years of probation, including 90 days in jail, inpatient substance abuse treatment, full restitution of $42,302, and a condition barring her from using social media during her probation. So that's 10 years and no social media. And her appeal bond was set at $50,000. She wants to appeal bond for that. Now, something about Miss Osman that some people that I had to do some research on here, Don. Would you like to go to her Instagram page for me? Or would you want me to give you? What do you want me to give it to you? Just put Roda Osman in; it should pop up. And all y'all listeners, if y'all listening right now, do that as well. I want you all to see why there something's going on there that is not a miss, but understandable why someone tried to holler at her even with a mask on. Because he claimed that she had a mask on, but I tried to holler still.
So is it RH or RO?
RO. RODAOSMAN.
Oh, it's not here.
Is she gone? I just saw videos when I did some research.
I type in her name. It does not pop up.
Hold on, let me see. It's Row. Oh no, it's Row Reports. Hold on, I'm putting it in the chat for you. Hold on. There you go. It's RHO_reports.
Okay. Rhoda is her name.
Yeah. Scroll down to about, yeah, or just see if you just see what I see. There's two things actually. She's addicted to social media is number one.
Yes, for sure.
So that's crazy that she's going to do that 10 years, no social media. Go to the third video. Just go to the third video on her page.
Oh, from the side. I'm scrolling. I was like, oh yeah, she. Oh, okay.
Now do you see why the brother was like, I tried to holler her even though she had a mask on?
I mean, hey, her body's sick. I said what I said.
No, that's what I'm saying. So, and she throw it out there too. She throw it out there too on her page. So it's just this whole.
I mean,
my whole point is all this is attention whoring overall. And we got to apologize to all the, we got to put an apology out there too, you know, because people was riding for her and everything.
But I thought, yeah, I'm like, because I remember them uncovering that they said that she had lied. But
like she done it before, or something like that too.
Yeah, I'm like, I feel like it was, yes, that was something else she lied about, but
like, yeah, check this one out right here.
The social media part, I think that's just a little.
Click on that.
I think banning her from social media for 10 years is like a little extensive. It didn't. Okay. Yeah, I saw that. Like I said, hey, listen, them African girls, they bodies be sick. I mean, I know some of them get work done, but that don't look like that.
No. That's just pure motherland. That's pure motherland.
Lucky girl.
So next up, Nicki Minaj. What's going on with her? This now she supported Trump because of his efforts in Nigeria?
Listen, honestly, at this point, I don't know what be happening in the listen. Apparently, she and Ra Ali have fallen out, and you know that was like her Ra Ali. I only know Ra Ali from Love and Hip Hop.
Oh, that's the one that Cardi B got into a fight with at the Met Gala, right?
Like yes. So now they fell out. I don't know what happened over there. I think she said Nicki lied or Arab, somebody take this lady phone. So it says Nicki Minaj expressed gratitude for living in a country where people can freely worship God and spoke out against the persecution of any other group of their religion. She emphasized that mutual respect doesn't require shared beliefs and warned that religious persecutions is a growing issue that shouldn't be ignored. She also thanked President Trump and his team for addressing the matter and urged people to pray for persecuted Christians around the world. She said, I don't even want to read this, but it's just like reading this made me feel a deep sense of gratitude. We live in a country where we can worship freely, which is true. Worship God freely. No group should ever be persecuted for practicing their religion. We don't have to share the same beliefs in order for us to respect each other. Also true. Numerous countries all around the world are being affected by this horror, and it's dangerous to pretend we don't notice. Also true. You lost me at thank you, President Trump and his team, for taking this seriously. God bless every persecuted Christian. Let's remember and lift them up in prayer. Now, I don't even want to quote Donald Trump, but he is saying, because he be saying stuff just to say stuff. Christianity is facing an existential threat into Nigeria. Thousands of Christians are being killed. Radical Islamists are responsible for this mass slaughter. I am hereby making Nigeria a country of a particular concern, but that is the least of it. When Christians or any such group slaughter like what's happening in Nigeria, 3,100 versus 4,400 worldwide, something must be done. I'm asking Congressman Riley Moore, together with Chairman Tom Cole and the House of Appropriations Committee, to immediately look into this matter and report back to me. We stand ready and willingly able to serve our Christian population around the world. I'd be like, I don't believe this. Like, I don't know. No. Let me say this, because y'all not gonna cuss me out in the comments. and not that I give a fuck anyway. Let me not say that, because I love y'all. But sometimes our clips land in other algorithm universes, and y'all be acting a fool. I will say this. Yes, Nicki Minaj had me. She made some sense finally until that last statement, because I ain't thanking him for shit. Because this has been an ongoing issue for a long time. I think that there are ulterior motives here, where it's like, okay, another place for us to divide and conquer, like come in and try to take over and use somebody for their resources and all of that stuff in surrounding countries. So I would tread lightly, even believing anything that Donald Trump is talking about or saying, when there's also genocides happening in all these other countries. You got Sudan, Congo. They never found them damn girls. So that's what I mean. So like, there's an ongoing, the world is at war. The world is warring. And that's what it always does. And I'm not saying that in the sense of, we have to, like, we're not turning a blind eye or coming complacent with everything, because that's not what I'm doing. I'm just saying, like, we have to be mindful of the words. And y'all are, again, singling out Islam. Again, that's supposed to be the whole thing, like with like, over there happening in, Israel, Hamas, like they're extreme Israel, no, it's just like, at this point, because everything has been so media, journalism has been shitty. You don't know what to believe.
That's true.
I say all that to say I don't know what to believe. Yeah. So I don't know. It was just really weird and random, but everybody also, like, here's the thing, is like, yes, while we're saying that everybody like no one should be killed for practicing their religion. Like Christianity is like,
I mean, you're not lying.
okay.
I'll leave it there. I'll leave it there. Yeah, I'll leave it there. As we get ready to wrap up in a little bit, this one is pretty ill. I want to show you. All right, so every Halloween, I feel like, you know, everything goes well, everything goes fine, but it's always somebody white gotta go and do some fucking blackface, yo. They gotta do it. It's like they can't help it. They can't help it. They can't help not doing blackface. So this one lady, Lilly Gaddis, who's a racist, right-winger, you know, cunt, decides to go. Yeah, no, after I show you this, she decides to dress up for Halloween.
I don't think I ever heard you say, I'm sorry to cut you off.
Cunt, right?
What is going on?
Oh, I have video. Yeah, this cunt. Yeah, I called her a cunt.
I have never heard you say the C word.
I don't like calling women out their names too much. You know what I'm saying? But
okay.
But for her, I'll give her a special. So this is her explanation of why she did it.
This night was Halloween, as many people know. And I decided to dress up like everyone else does. You know, people are out there dressed like Satan and witches, and they're dressed like every horrible thing under the sun. Well, I decided to dress up as something, the most horrifying thing I could think of, which is the black woman, which is a person who is angry and fed up that their EBT card has been declined, that their race card is no longer working in this new climate, and that they're not receiving the reparations that they think they deserve.
All right, it's a long, like 15-minute video. I just wanted that clip for it. I mean, fuck her, to be honest with you. And she's just trying to get attention and trying to gaslight whatever you want to do. Because let's not go down statistics that black women are the most educated group of people in this country. They're starting business at a high level more than any other group of people, male or female, white, black, color, or anyone else. You know, so she could suck a dick when it comes to all that. But it's more of a thing of, hey, I kind of want, like, I want somebody to be G about it, dress up in that blackface and go to Sprules. Or go to or just go out somewhere where it's just general black people hanging out and just do that shit. They always doing it in a safe space.
That's true.
They don't never do it in the wild. It's always in a safe space.
You're right. They
do it around the company or in their home, like she did it, to try to do a little shock value. Go walk down the street. And I ain't talking about your little neighborhood. I'm talking about go downtown on lunch break. Where all them black women out there having a lunch break at 12 o'clock at Bank of America.
You want to know the weird thing about a lot of discourse surrounding like people like this and just like black people in general? It's how we be minding our like black business, like and just existing and surviving and figuring, oh, you know, where there's a will, there's a way, you know, making shit pop. You know, turning a dollar into $1 million and all these different things. And y'all are so obsessed. Like when we have segments like that, we need to like cue up Mariah's obsessed. Because why are you so obsessed? Because again, you couldn't come up with anything else that was smart, clever. You could have been anything that you decided that you was gonna like try to and one thing that I as black people, we have to figure out a way to not let shit like this even bother us.
I agree. You're right.
Because like somebody calling. I remember during COVID, me and my girlfriend were walking back to the car, and we was just kicking it up, and they were not this guy. We were walking past, and it was like a van, and all of a sudden, I swear to you, this man called us monkeys.
Oh wow.
And he was with like his wife or whatever, but how he said he had acted like monkeys. And we was like, what? And so Rob was like, excuse me, what you say? And then he tried to say, oh, I was talking to the kids. I was like, yeah, you better have been talking to them ugly ass kids.
Did he say something after you said ugly ass?
No, he didn't say nothing because I don't think he was expecting us to come back.
Yeah, they do it in a safe space.
Yeah, and I'm like, we understand the power of words, and words do mean things. So shout out to Crystal Jean. And but
we do have to let them look stupid on their own though.
It's certain stuff because it's like you didn't have nothing else to do. But we also live in this day and age of sensationalism for likes and clicks, and you've allowed this space again to manipulate your life. So you would rather lose your job, brand deals, all of the stuff, potentially money. Y'all don't love money enough for me. I think that's a problem. And I know and I don't mean love money like, okay, I understand money is the root of all evil. Not like that.
I'm Doja. They sleep. Yeah, we part of Just Posted Podcast, man. The best show on this network. Come on, check, girl.
Seriously, man. Just Posted. It's just me and Doja sitting back talking about what the fuck going on in the world and the streets.
We said labor of love. He said labor of love. I didn't say that shit. Shout out to, everybody coming to watch, though, man. We really appreciate y'all. Holla at y'all later.
Hey, man, this nigga just tall for no reason.
I'm gone.
And he do regular jobs. Don't forget that.
But like, y'all got bills. y'all got credit cards that y'all paying off or whatever, mortgages or whatever, rent, because rent is high as hell. I don't understand. Y'all don't like money enough for me. Because I'm not going online and saying something that can jeopardize my job. In a market where they're not creating jobs, they are putting AI in the place, like in our places. Left and right, cutting divisions at studios and whatever. And if they could figure out a way to make McDonald's automated, they will. But I'm telling y'all do not for what 5 minutes of fame, because we're not gonna be talking about this next week.
Yeah, because Lilly Gaddis said one
you're gonna be changing your name.
Job for saying the N-word in of some TikTok videos. If you don't remember that, like a year ago.
But the fucked up part about social media too is like on the flip side of that, we know that she could also still make a lot of money because she a racist. And there's so many of y'all that exist and just like hate people, hate black people.
Y'all are rolling.
Y'all are so mad. You need to take that up with. You need to take that up with God and not us.
Go pay the lady.
Go pay the lady and lay on the case. Take that up with God because you were not dripped in all this melanin. We just be out here thriving. Y'all mad because you get sunburn. And not that black people can't sunburn, because we can, because I definitely did in Cuba. That was a different sun. But I say all that to say, go mind y'all white ass business. The country is a mess. Y'all voted for this shit. You should be basking in all y'all glory. And we just out here on our podcast, cracking jokes, having fun, giving social commentary, and you want to go dress up like me. Girl, you wish. You wish. And if reincarnation is real, I pray to God that I always come back as a black woman. It's fun here.
I mean, she lost her job, before last year, and then she doubled down, said she likes to use the N-word a lot. Whatever, man.
And probably be up there and probably be up there sleeping with black men and fetishizing them, and they getting a kick out of it.
What a way to bring it back,
little bitch.
What a way to bring it back.
Because they think it's some power in taking down little raggedy ass Becky Sue.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
You know what? You're right though. You know what? And low key, that probably is. You're. Mm-hmm. Where is she from? I'm just interested now. Where is she from? Wilmington, North Carolina. Okay, is that where she's from for real?
Wait. Sidebar.
Yeah.
The Nigerian government rejects claims that it is not doing enough to protect Christians from violence, saying it was bewildered by Trump's suggestion of potential military intervention. We're shocked that President Trump is mulling an invasion of our country. Nigerian president spokesperson Bayo Anuga said on CNN after the U.S. president instructed the Pentagon to prepare for a possible military action. Additionally, Trump threatened to stop all U.S. aid to Nigeria if its government fails to take steps to stop the killings of Christians. So,
all right. Last up, Dom. There's been a crisis in the hip hop community.
What happened today?
This past week or two, this is the first time that a rap song is not in the top 100 on Billboard.
Actually,
go ahead. No, I'm gonna play the
next. Lover Girl has now entered.
Right, just recently, yes.
Yeah, just today.
But it was the first time in like 20 something, the first time in 35 years. But here goes.
Okay. Breaking news, and I can't even believe I'm saying this, but for the first time in 35 years, there are no rap songs in the Billboard Top 40. A cultural shift that's got the industry abuzz. As of the October 25th chart, SZA and Kendrick Lamar's Luther dropped out after 46 weeks, leaving the highest rap record, NBA YoungBoy, Shot Callin', stuck at number 44. Now, to put this in perspective, not since 1990 and Biz Markie's Just a Friend has hip-hop been this absent from the mainstream. Now, analysts are pointing to Billboard's new recurrence rules, which removes older songs faster, plus the total chart domination of Taylor Swift, locking up the top 12 spots on the top 40. But some are saying there's deeper forces at play here, from the decline in hip-hop's market share down to 24% from 30% in 2020 to a cultural shift amid a conservative wave boosting country and pop. Some scholars are saying mainstream's rap machine got too sanitized and apolitical, losing touch with the radical roots that built it. Others are saying this is the calm before the storm, before a creative rebirth and the explosion of the underground and the indie movement. Either way, it's a moment of reflection for the culture that built the charts in the first place. Story developing, sadly.
All right. I think that's the Miz. He's a record producer. The Miz. He's a record producer, longtime exec.
Yeah. Okay. I catch his page from time to time, and I always chuckle at.
His ending.
You know, that was it. Came up. Somebody was saying that they blamed Drake or whatever. I feel like, hold on, there's a tweet.
They bring Kendrick Lamar and Drake to beef for messing up hip hop.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go.
No, it's been a long time before that, and this idea of I don't even understand the charts anymore. Like back in the day, they were, you had physical units, you had radio plays, all that, and it's ridiculous if you letting just people would run up stuff on Spotify for Taylor Swift. That shit shouldn't even count. How she got 12 songs in the top 12? How she dominating the top 20, like top 20 songs, 12 of her songs in there? That's not even, that don't even make sense.
Yeah, I think it's just always weird, and I don't understand. I never understand because like how when they do like things with merch and how like the merch unit also I at this point it just be whatever. And so I'm like, I don't understand how a lot of stuff works anymore. And I hate the fact that it also, like when I responded to my friend about the tweet, it didn't take the tweet that I took, like that I was responding to. It did like, Twitter does that weird, oh, I'm gonna show you this other tweet that they said. And I'm like, ugh. So it didn't come up right, but whatever it was saying that, and I feel like Smino actually like responded to it. Let's see how much he tweets. So I want to give you the accurate quote. I'm sorry.
as you pulling that up, it's a thing that we all got to remember with all this is that all this.
Smino said rap went back underground. If you can't tell, yeah, he was like, rap went back underground. If you can't tell, he was like, somebody said nobody's listening to underground rap, and then but when you really think about it, it was like. He responded to that. He said, "You wrote all of this to a nigga who tours better than most mainstream artists and literally."
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah,
because the most popular cats can't sell out shit. Who was that?
And it's like, it sounds good in your head.
They cancel their tour because they didn't sell no tickets and they popular.
It'd be a lot of people that low key happen to.
Yeah,
and then it says it sounds good in your head, but the facts are the facts. People want something new and can't explain how they feel, and that's where underground artists thrive. And so when I had told my friend, I said, "It's me telling the truth." I said, between indie rappers and niggas still battle rapping, the audience has shifted that way. I was like, people are looking for more authenticity, especially during these times. It's chaos outside. And when I went to like Smino show, and it was just such an interesting variety of people that was there. Even like the other girl that he always, this girl Raven Lene, I think she's from Chicago. As far as she sings though, so that's R&B, but that's more kind of that emo R&B. But you got people that's still like underground, like a Nick Grant that's not mainstream, or who else do we be listening to? It be random chicks that be popping up on my like, you know, you play a song and then Spotify cues somebody else up. It be hella random chicks that be popping up, and I'm like, oh, who is this? What's going on? And I think that's kind of what we need, because we kind of burnt out. Like we're burnt out on Drake. Yeah. He had a 15-year run, and for real, probably closer to 20. If you really think about it. So it's only like even like we are, while we are exhausted from the beef and all of this stuff, because now you know they're investigating him, saying the thing about the bots and they
got a class action suit against him going on.
Yeah, look what you started. Look what you done.
Yeah,
those are your words, Drake, not ours.
Yeah, and hey, good luck.
But also it's like, okay, can I be honest?
Go ahead.
So on my Spotify playlist, I have some questionable artists. Like I told you before, I have Dirty Money, and then there's still Kanye that I have to take off. Like I have to take them off. Like it just don't feel good no more. It don't feel good. I was trying to listen to like Get 'Em High. Like I think I got like kind of, and I just was like so irritated. And think about the first time we heard College Dropout. It was like we hadn't heard anything like that. Sounds, even still then, sounds, the way that Ye was sampling and doing all of this stuff, being like, it was so new age to a certain extent as far as rap. And you bitch, you just had to come and just want to be white. Like that, because that's what it is. You're not a whistleblower. You wanted to be white, and they was only then you and so forth. So now it's, you know what I mean. And so I think about certain times like that, like it was just like a breath of fresh air, right? Like, oh my God, the first time I played 808s, like, you know, certain albums, y'all probably feel like that about Reasonable Doubt or who you know, maybe. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, that's what I have to say. Commons, De La Soul, whatever. And I just think that it is time for a revamp. Like we need we need new age rap. Like y'all done let a lot of shit slip through the radar that like 15, 20 years ago would never fly.
No,
like
the idea that no one's talking about all the bullshit going on in this world, and I'm not saying there's not, I'm talking about on a mainstream level. There are rappers that's talking about what's happening in this country. But the idea that y'all niggas is still talking about popping pills and getting on chicks and throwing money at hoes. And we got a whole fucking government shut down right now. Motherfuckers ain't got fucking their food stamps.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers can't even get regular labor aid stuff or whatever. Like I was looking up some stuff because I have to get some paperwork stuff for my dad passing. I can't even get it because the federal government shut down.
Yep.
This general stuff that I could just download off the website, I can't even get.
Well, you know how I was held up.
Y'all want to talk about these hoes and popping pills. I'm fine with it not being mainstream. I want to go back. I want to go back underground. I'm sorry if that have to be like that. I want to go back underground.
But it's also yeah, but like you listen to
and we can have party records and all that. Like it needs to be more balanced. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Like, everything ain't got to be De La Soul out there. I ain't saying that either.
But everything. Like you said, it ain't gotta be always popping pills, shaking ass, fuck these niggas, fuck these hoes.
Where's the Public Enemy joint? Where's the Fight the Power joint? You know, like all this shit going on. Ain't nobody got no thing. Like, you know what?
Look, the only nigga that even tried was YG and gonna talk about fuck Donald Trump a few years ago. That was the last time.
And we lost Nipsey.
Yep. Just it's just weird, but I think I'm okay with that. Like, cause it allows new
the people that really love
try.
it. The people that really love it. I to a certain extent, I didn't like y'all motherfuckers that don't like really rap, hip hop for real being involved. Like I didn't like y'all casual motherfuckers, and it's not everybody. I'm talking about the people. You know the people I'm talking about, y'all. Where y'all just want to dip in because it's the most popular thing. No, man, if you ain't a part of this culture and loving where it comes from, what it's about, even the party songs or the deeper songs, it's so many depths to hip hop. It ain't just seeing, because I feel like a lot of mainstream society looked at them as like a fucking minstrel show, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
They looked at like, I can get a little access to Lil Baby, but I don't have to be Lil Baby, and I can listen to him and be cool. But Lil Baby, he's just an avatar to this random kid in Seattle. He ain't caring about that. He finna go get his job at Starbucks corporate and keep it pushing. And he's an avatar to him. He doesn't have any association with that part of the culture or that part of blackness. And that's all. I mean, let me get off my soapbox.
All right, D. We'll tell everybody where they can subscribe to our podcast.
I'm sorry. Everybody, you know, y'all keep hitting this up. Thank y'all for all the love and support that we've been having, given all the shows or whatnot. Yeah, we just stay locked in the SOLC Network. Where can people hit you up at, Don?
Y'all can find me wherever you social network at St. Angeles.
Oh, got a story real quick before we go out of here that'll make y'all laugh, but because that was so serious.
Because I have to tinkle so bad.
Oh, this will be quick. So last week, I decided to pick up the cleats again and decided to go play some soccer and everything, right? Yeah.
Okay.
So I took Panda with me, right? I thought I signed up for the 40 and up league, right? Hey, Dom, I get out there, everybody 23, yo. And he whooping my ass. And Xander videotaped me on the side because she was out of school on Friday. So it was a game was at 9. She videotaped me doing commentary.
Oh my God, you have to put it up.
I got to get it off her phone.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, everybody in there, and they all from Honduras, Guatemala, Ecuador, Madagascar, Morocco, Nigeria. I'm the only American out there, and I'm 44. And the max is 27 out there. But I'm looking fly though. I got brand new cleats. I look fly out there though.
Are you gonna go to the league in your age bracket now?
Yeah. I'm going back. I'm not going back there with them. That was a pickup game situation. I ain't going back. No. Because they ain't even playing no halftime, Dom. I was like, when y'all break? Now we don't break. I was like, oh, I'm breaking. I went right over the sideline in the middle of while they still playing and drank my water.
Shit. Now that's hilarious.
I said, y'all ain't breaking. Oh, no. I need a break. I'm breaking now.
Yeah, good.
But thank y'all for listening as always. We'll see y'all soon. Peace.